Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Very welcome on a very fine day to our event here today. On behalf of the foundation, I'd like to welcome you all here today. For those who don't know me, my name is Steve Beal. I'm currently chair of the foundation. And I'd like at this time to point out a couple of our honored guests. His Worship Mayor Kevin Eccles. There. We have the President and CEO of the South Bruce Grey Health Centre, Paul Davies, with us today. We have representatives of the Brockton Area Family Health Team. You just put your hand on, I call everybody's name, thanks. But, we got some more doctors coming. Great. The purpose of today's event is to make an announcement that concerns federal money and your medical clinic. And by way of introduction to our special guest today, and I may be so familiar with Mr. Miller to refer to him as Larry. Larry was first elected to Parliament in 2004. Prior to that, he served Georgian Bluffs and the County of Grey as, I believe, a councillor, a reeve, a warden, and a mayor. He currently is chair of the Standing Committee on Agriculture and Agri-Foods, and has also just been re-elected as chair of the Rural Caucus. Now, you didn't come here to hear me speak, so I'm going to turn the microphone over to Larry, if you could.
Well, Steve's got I think, a lot better memory than I do to remember all that stuff, but unless he had notes that we couldn't see. But it is truly a pleasure to be here today. I can remember not the last time I was here, because that was just, I guess, a few months ago when we were trying to put this funding together. But originally I was at this building back at the grand opening of it, and I'm not even going to venture exactly what year, but I think probably in the last 6 or 8 years. Close. I don't know whether it was when it was warden, but remember there was a big crowd there today, and we had beautiful weather, and it's a match today. But it's a great pleasure for me to be here. This project that we're about to announce is something that I really believed in, but I think more important is Steve and Peter Phelps and all the members of the board here that we're pushing this. We got to give them credit for doing this, and I know that I've talked to Steve and Peter Phelps a lot. In fact, I think Peter must have had my phone on speed dial, but that's okay. It was always a pleasure to talk to him, and I think it's fair to say that this project, for reasons maybe not always right and maybe not always wrong, but we did have some obstacles. But at the end of the day, through the minister supported it from day one, and that was a blessing, and it's a great pleasure to be able to announce that today. But again, the work that Steve and Peter and the rest of the board did to basically make this thing right is, at the end of the day, is what culminated in this announcement. And it's a great pleasure for me to be able to, on behalf of the Honourable Gary Goodyear, the minister responsible for this, as I said, he was behind this, but it's a great pleasure to be able to announce today for him and on behalf of the federal government a new addition here at the medical center here in Durham for $925,000. And I know the money is going to be well spent, and I'm just very, very pleased that it's finally going to happen, and I'm sure that we can all hardly wait till the spades go in the ground. So with no further ado, I'm looking forward to being back here, if I'm still in this game of politics, to see the grand opening, and I'm sure that is going to come very, very soon. So once again, congratulations to everybody involved in this. It's just a pleasure for me to be able to participate here today. Thanks again.
behalf of the foundation, I'd like to specifically thank Larry for coming up with that, coming here today with that announcement. It's very much appreciated. I'd like to point out too that not only is the federal government putting in the $925,000, but that's being matched 50-50 with the foundation, who's also contributing $925,000 for a total investment of $1.85 million. The extension, you see the concept behind me here, will add about 9,500 square feet of space to the existing building. And not only will that space and this funding provide permanent healthcare jobs, but at the same time it's going to create about 14,000 or even over 14,000 hours of construction time. So right now, certainly everyone's aware that the economic times have hit hard in our area. Durham specifically, with only a population of about 2,500 people, we've lost about 280 jobs in the last couple of years. Overall, there's been a loss of over 2,300 jobs in the communities that we serve. And I'd like to point out that this clinic and this hospital serve patients from Mount Forest to Owen Sound, from Dundalk to out beyond Hanover. So it's not just Durham, and it's not just West Grey. We serve a number of neighboring communities. I think on behalf of the foundation, I'd like to thank individuals, Peter Follis, the members of our project team, Peter Follis, Eric Ferguson, and Gord Becker. I'd like to just say on behalf of myself, thank you very much for your time and effort, especially a one-nighter that we put in with the help, a great deal of help. So I'd like to just point out again, as in closing, again, a specific thank you to Larry for making that announcement today and all your support during our application process. Thanks very much.